Alright, folks, no intro, no music. It's the WC, man. World Championship breaking news. The last presidential debate, debate number 3, from this moment on, is basically up to us um, to basically kind of decide who's going to be the president of the United States of America going forward. Um, Let me be real, alright? Because I think in the last video, I don't think I was like as clear as I possibly should have been about this debate. All right, let me make this perfectly clear. I think that both of them are unfit to be the president of the United States of America. I don't know if I said that in the last video, but let me just scream that from like the loudest mountaintop possible. All right, I think that they're both unfit. But the problem is that we're just kind of stuck with one of these two people, and I don't know if America just saw the celebrity of Trump and just went with that, or they just seen the pedigree, or the fact that Hillary is a woman and she's this has kind of never really been done before on this type of level, and just kind of put her in this position. But either way, man, the United States of America, the American people, this is your bed. You got to lay in it. We got to choose one of these two people, and one of these two people will be the next president of the United States of America. I just wanted to make sure I said that first before I say the rest of it. Now, this debate, I can't say that it was ugly. I can't say that it was pretty. I can't say that it was cutthroat. I can say that it was all that. You know what I'm saying? Because I can't just necessarily just use one word to describe it. Um, Clearly, these people do not like each other. All right, and a lot of Trump's positions, especially his last position, um, a lot of Trump's positions were kind of cloudy. He didn't necessarily answer complete the questions with complete answers. It was a little bit all over the place, and it just got me to wondering, you know, can this man, work with foreign countries, work out foreign policies, reduce the debt? Because either way, man, like, these candidates right here, at the end of the day, don't necessarily care about the lower class, middle class people. It's not necessarily about that. Even though Hillary says that she cares about the middle class might exist, but it doesn't thrive under a Democratic president, which makes it asinine for black people to go out there and continuously vote for Democrats, knowing that the Democrats don't necessarily, you know, want the middle class to basically thrive, or the upper middle class to thrive. They just want it to exist, to say that it exists. You know what I'm saying? So it's basically like, doing a book report, you know what I'm saying, but just writing the title. You know what I'm saying? It's like writing the title of a book report, but not actually doing a report. And that's basically what it is. Like, that's something that, Trump is basically, he's called out, Hillary all throughout these debates, and says that she just talks the talk without necessarily walking the walk. And that's something that Obama has done over the last 8 years. When he said a bunch of things, and he hasn't done anything about it. You understand what I'm trying to say? And we just, like, at this point, I can't say that we need a Republican in office. It's just that Trump is just not the right guy. You understand what I'm trying to say? And it's just like, and this is all opinion. You know what I'm saying? This is not influenced by any of my sponsors or anybody that sponsors this video. Like I said, you know, this is a really scary time. The man said that he would not accept the results of the race. So even if he wins, he has to question it, because of the fact that they said that there were other countries like Russia and other countries that were kind of tampering with the results of the race, which I have no clue about, and I hope that that's not true. I'm saying, I know that there's millions of people out there that have already voted, which is a good thing, but at the same time, it's just like, we have to sit back. All right, we have to sit back, and we have to wonder, if any of these two are fit enough to run the presidency, to run for the presidency of the United States of America. Not just run for it, but actually run this country. It's like, one thing that Hillary brought up in this debate is that she called Trump out on his record. She went after him on his record. She said, 30 years plus 30 years, and this is what you were doing in 30 years ago, and I was doing this. You was doing this 30 years ago or 20 years ago. I was doing this 10 years ago. You was doing this. I was doing this. You know what I'm saying? So she called him on his record, and she should have. She should have did that the first debate. I don't know if this was just a card that she was trying to pull out, and she slammed down on the table at the right time. But she has a point. Trump has no record. He has nothing. All right, he has nothing of the such to say that he is fit to run the presidency of the United States of America. She was right to do that, and I don't know why she took so long to do it. Trump has basically been playing his cards the entire time. He's been, you know what I'm saying? He slam dunked it home at the end. I'll get to that in a second, but I'm just kind of disappointed that Hillary waited so long to call Trump on his record. You understand what I'm trying to say? And it's like she that's the first thing that should have came out of her mouth during the first debate. She should have said he has no record. He shouldn't run for the United States of America. He has no history of, serving this country like I do. She should have said that in the first freaking debate. How come she waited until the third debate to say that? So it's just like, I'm sitting over here like, I don't know if this was her campaign saying this. I don't know if they game planned that, but it's just poor. Like, if you're trying to win a game, you know what I'm saying, or a boxing match, of course you want to throw your haymaker at the end, but you also want to stun your opponent. You want to stun them, and she didn't do that. So that's one thing that in this debate that she did, and I don't want this video to go on too long, but Trump has said that Hillary, like I said, she has a history of saying stuff and not necessarily delivering. You know what I'm saying? These Democratic presidents over the last couple years, and Obama is just like a perfect example of what's probably going to happen when Hillary gets in office. It's probably going to be the same thing. So all you folks out there, and I'm like, I'm really not even choosing a side, but it's just like Obama still hasn't said anything about the tragic stuff that's going on in Chicago, the stuff that happens with the black inner cities, the stuff that matters to people like me. You know what I'm saying? And it's just like it just kind of gets shoved off to the side. Oh, if Trayvon was my son, if I had a son, it would look like Trayvon. You don't give a damn about Chicago. I mean, like I said, this is not about Obama. It's about the whole principle of the Democratic Party sucking in the black vote, thinking that they just have the black vote. All right, you can just look at this smug fast smile, and I don't know if I can get it up in this video. You can look at the smug smile of Hillary during this debate, and she's been smiling every single debate. You know what I'm saying? And they just think that they have the black voters, just in their back pocket. That's what the Democratic Party just thinks. And I don't know why, black voters just blindly vote for the Democratic parties, and the Democratic parties doesn't give a damn about the inner cities. They don't give a damn about the middle class. They just don't. And I can't sit here and say that the Republicans do, because the Republicans don't, they don't tax the upper class or the high class people, because they hope, all right, they hope that the upper class people, what I'm saying, like the Gates and the Buffetts, all these people out there are going to supply jobs and build new buildings and build stadiums and all this other stuff. What I'm saying, so it can supply more jobs in the economy. That's what the hope of the Democratic Party is. In a nutshell, that's what they hope to do by not taxing the rich and wealthy so much, because if you tax the rich and wealthy, that's money that you're taking away from them, so they can basically put into the businesses. And I'm not saying that I'm a Republican. I'm just saying that that's what their logic is. So at the end of the day, I think that Hillary is just disingenuous. I think that Trump is just too much of a loose cannon. I think that Hillary has been on 5-second delay when it comes to the real issues in this country, and I think that Trump is a little bit out of touch with the rest of the world, and how the rest of the world will handle their business dealings with the United States of America. I think, honestly, like I said, if I had to pick one of the two, I definitely wouldn't necessarily, you know, pick one just like, oh man, you know, like I love this candidate more than I love the other one. But I just think that, I think that Trump has a better chance, man. I really do. I think he has a better chance of running this country the way that it should be ran. Because, like I said, it's just like when I see Hillary, I see Obama. You understand what I'm trying to say? And Obama hasn't done anything for the black communities. He just hasn't. And if he has, it's been minimal. It's been so small to the point where you can't even really feel it. It's almost like an ant crawling at its fastest pace. You know what I'm saying? Like a small ant running at its fastest pace. That's basically what it is. At the end of at the end statements, like I said, Hillary brought up her pedigree. She's brought up her commitments and all this other stuff. I mean, it sounds good. It's like I want to believe Hillary, but those emails, man, we were in those emails that were so classified to the point where people were talking about prosecuting this woman. What was in those emails, man? You understand what I'm trying to say? Why would she delete so many of them if it didn't make so much, if it didn't make a difference? Maybe she was using that campaign money to buy that white suit that she's got on. You know what I'm saying? Maybe she was using that campaign money to get that perm that she got in her hair. You know what I'm saying? I mean, like I said, it's just like Hillary just comes off disingenuous. You understand what I'm trying to say? And then Trump is just like I said, the groping of women and all the dirty talk. They called this man out when it comes to his thought process of women. I do think that he doesn't I think that he does not respect women because he says that this stuff is not true, but he hasn't flat out just completely convinced me. I don't think that he's convincing the American people, and Hillary is using that to her advantage to win this election. You understand what I'm trying to say? She's going to have the female vote blindly. It's going to be like the black vote. So if you got the female vote and you got the black people's vote, he can't win this election. There's no way in the world that not Obama, but Trump is going to win this election. There's no way. It'll probably be a landslide just off of that fact. You understand what I'm trying to say? But the American people need to understand. We do not need 8 more years of Obama. We do the like Trump was right. Obamacare is bad. It's really bad, and it's going to get worse. So, for all you folks out there, man, that have the rights to vote, go out there and vote. You understand what I'm trying to say? I'm not sure of Trump's last statement because I was going to bring it up before this video goes off. His last statement of Hillary's not going to do anything for the blacks or the Latinos or anything like that, and then the talk of the borders and Hillary sitting there and saying that she talked about oh I want a wall, and then saying that she doesn't want a wall. It's just contradictory. Both of these people have been lying. Trump has been lying about his treatment of women. Hillary's been lying about her emails and all this other stuff. It's just like both of these people are it's just bad. Like this is like it's like there's no upside with either one of these candidates. But I just hope that whoever gets in office can prove me wrong, can prove the American people wrong, because I'm pretty sure there's a lot of people out there that are going to the voting polls, and some people are going to be waiting. They wanted to wait until they heard the last debate before they voted. There's a lot of people out there that are just completely scared. They don't know what's going to happen. They don't know if the election has been influenced by third parties or anything like that. So, bottom line, this third debate was ugly from beginning to end. I mean, it was ugly. It was intense. They both came after each other, but they both didn't prove, to me at least, that either one of them are fit to be the president of the United States of America. So let me know how you guys feel. Hopefully, people will look back on this video 4 years from now and say, hey, he was right about this, or he was right about that, or this happened and this happened because that happened. But it's a once in a lifetime video. Let me know how you guys feel. It's the WC, and I'm gone until next time, folks. Peace out.